Hello dear fans. How can you influence the rate of a chemical reaction? There are several commonly used factors that can be used to change the rate of a chemical reaction. Some of them can reduce the time by tens of %, others several times. Necessary. Chemistry textbook, sheet of paper, pencil. Instructions. Step 1. Take a peek at your 8th or 9th grade chemistry textbook by opening it to the paragraph on the rate of occurrence of chemical reactions. In order to understand how you can influence a given speed, you need to define for yourself the very concept of speed in this context. So, the rate of a chemical reaction is determined by a change in the amount of a substance participating in it, or by a change in the product of a reaction, calculated per unit of time and per unit of volume. This definition corresponds to a homogeneous reaction. In the case of a heterogeneous reaction, the calculation is carried out per unit of the interface. Step 2. Please note that the rate of a chemical reaction can be both average and instantaneous. Accordingly, you can influence both one and the other speed. Step 3. Note also that the rate of a chemical reaction depends on the nature of the reactant itself. The main factors influencing the rate of the chemical reaction are changes in temperature, the presence of catalysts, and changes in the concentration of reagents. Step 4. Pay attention to the mechanism of the influence of changes in the concentration of substances on the rate of the chemical reaction. The essence of this effect is that the number of collisions of particles of reacting substances directly depends on the concentration of these particles. By increasing the number of particles, the rate of the chemical reaction can also be increased. This dependence is reflected in the law of mass action. Step 5. Consider the mechanism for increasing the rate of a chemical reaction by increasing the temperature. The fact is that this factor is the most frequently used along with the use of catalysts. Moreover, it can be used for most chemical reactions. The effect produced by this factor is calculated according to the Van't Hoff rule. This law states that an increase in temperature by 10 degrees Celsius increases the rate of a chemical reaction by 3 to 4 times. Step 6. Do not forget that all the above methods of changing the rate of a chemical reaction do not affect the very nature and mechanism of the reaction and do not change the chemical composition of the reagents, except for the method of using catalysts. Catalysts, which are also often used to increase the rate, although not consumed as a result of the reaction, are contained in the intermediate reaction products. It is also known that catalysts reduce the total activation energy of the process, which is due to the fact that the catalytic process follows a special path, forming special intermediate particles. Thanks for watching.